being the same sort of strategy. So I think we're actually seeing new meta from SKT where they're funneling around Bang on the Xayah. Is my take on this kind of draft that we're seeing here. Gonna wait and see how it all looks. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna probably be Talia in the bot lane with the Shen. And then the Rakan roaming around with the Xayah in the mid lane. This just plays a good example of what the funnel should do because of the push that now we're seeing here.
Yeah, I mean, this duo composition in the bottom lane is really good at pushing, but it's also the bottom side in which Faker and Effort down there were just sitting back, not doing much. And that's about it. That's the only place he's really look for a kill. And speaking of which, we might have that engaged onto the Tom Kents here. Isn't going to be enough damage, though. He's going to stopwatch. And they decide to go for him because they knew that, you know,
even just the charge is going to basically kill this turret, so they'll get mid lane turret. Remember, the checklist is, hold the point.
Ooh, look at that. Faker, he wants to be the carry, and he will do it. The flash seismic shove.
Acceptable. The no ults in 12 minutes, that's a problem.
Yeah, you would say unacceptable. This certainly, though, is acceptable. For SKT fans, a lot of you guys are saying, finally, Faker, they throw him on something that can make plays. Let me tell you, that is
because usually when an enemy team is doing some really off-meta stuff, which clearly we're seeing here, they'll hold the point. TP
wall's
and
going to
wall.
come in. That actually gets Teddy behind it, and a nice seismic shove onto Nova here. And Tal even coming from behind. Going to be able to pick up one kill. Cacao super low. They can't get him, though. Stopwatch comes in here for Effort. He's going to live. Grace trying to go in, but he will go down on the last side. Zoan still on the run. Looks like they won't commit to him, though.
Man, it was so painful to see the game. Gonna watch the replay here. Weaver's wall comes down, and crucially, Teddy is the one separated. Now, their blast plan is there. He can choose to blast over. He considers it, doesn't auto, so just ends up wasting his Tides of Blood because he sees the teleport coming in. He's not sure. The communication isn't clear. More kills off the back end. Cal will be able to get away, but it doesn't matter. Still going to be a big team fight win for SKT as Grace tries to spare the blushes of his team. The 1-for-1 is certainly not ideal.
But that's about it. And so they are just going to go straight onto this. Shen actually walking over that ward. Nobody's even going close. They're all on the opposite side. They don't even realize that this is a possibility, and that is a big mistake. SKT going to sneak it underneath.
He seems to be flanking us. They have to peer into both sides. They notice he is not in the brush. The Faker just checked. So they know he's coming from top side. That makes him a bit more predictable. Right, Gina, you kind of watched in horror as SKT have found this big advantage.
They see him and they immediately throw that on the wall and go into the Infernal Drake. That's going to be the second Infernal. Well, that's just about how we can describe this one for Cacao.
Until the champion select really ended. They kind of need the loading screen to be like, all right, Smite over here, that's interesting. Weaver's wall down.
Teddy trying to fight Faker, who's up 2 levels. Thankfully, he does have the Tom Kents, but he nearly dies to Effort. We also got to fight up on the top side. Once again, they're just steamrolling them as they move underneath the turret, take out a couple of members, and that should just be the game as SKT looking to close it out.
Hold on to Faker, he'll live through this, trying to end the game like you mentioned.
Oh, Irelia has her ult. First time we've seen it, trying to get on top of Faker, and she does. But that's just about it. Gonna be the 1-for-1 trade, and with super minions coming in, they are now looking to take down this last Nexus turret and move into their first win. It's gonna be a really quick one here for SKT. Even playing with their food, feeling pretty confident. Will be the first win, 1-0 for SKT in 24 minutes.
SKT find their first victory with Faker. Bang in the roster this year. with their starting roster, the roster that I think a lot of people were looking for. They win a game, they smile, they were able to outdraft and out-execute Jin Air, who kind of watched on in horror, understanding that this game had gotten way away from them. You can't pull off this strategy as a surprise again. But just a victory, just some confidence, just a Game 1 win is exactly what SKT and their players, I'm sure, their fans as well, were looking for. And that means the Game 2 draft will be interesting because it seems like SKT, they're going the mad scientist route. They're going to try and play on the edge of the meta where you usually do really well or get burned, try to find new stuff, and this funnel seemed to work very well.
And the best thing for SKT fans is to take a look at Faker and see a gigantic smile on his face, teeth and all, right? It looks like he just stomped a solo queue game, and that's what it kind of felt like as well, Papa.
I'm sure SKT fans have wanted to have a highlight reel of Faker after every game, and for the longest time, every game you could. But you couldn't this season. In the past, yes. This season, no. Finally, some big Faker moments. We got the huge chunks onto multiple members. Finally, a big smile from Bang, who's had nothing to smile about.